Welcome to today's reading. You can probably guess by the title what the reading is going to be about, but this is for those of you who may feel lost or you're not sure if your efforts are doing anything or if you're not sure if you're going the right direction. So this reading is for you. As usual, the timestamps are down below. I also have my Etsy for personal readings and my Instagram for other readings that I do separate from this channel. So timestamps are down below. But as usual, I'm going to cleanse the area, cleanse the space, and just do some visual ASMR here. Alright, I'm gonna set up for the piles now. And I did mention before that the timestamps are down below if you haven't skipped already. here are our 3 piles. For those of you guys who want to choose by crystals, we have for pile number 1 this, I forget what this is called, but I'm pretty sure I found a name somewhere. Pile number 2 is the pendulum. And number 3 is this amethyst. So we have our 3 piles ready here. Pile number 1 with, I forget what this is called. Maybe I'll find the name somewhere before I post this. Number 2 with the pendulum. And number 3 is this amethyst. Alright, so we're going to start on pile number 1 in just a few moments. Alright, starting with pile number 1. So for the main reading, we have 12 the mirror in reverse, and upright, and 11 the woodward in reverse. So the mirror card is usually equivalent to the hangman card, and I believe that usually mentions hesitation, but in this case it feels like whoever this reading resonates with, maybe they're weighing their options about something, and it doesn't really feel like they're weighing their options about which is the better choice, but it kind of feels like one of these options may be a bit challenging. You're not sure if you should go in that direction. Because we also have, I see each challenge as a sacred gift that nourishes my evolution, and I release attachment to the outcome and choose to enjoy the journey. So yeah, it feels like a lot of you, or some of you who picked this pile, may be trying to weigh options about which is the better choice. It feels like some of you are kind of trying to keep yourself protected from any bad choices you may make. Yeah, so overall it feels like a lot of you guys are kind of hesitant to make this decision or to choose a certain option because it might be too challenging, or you think it might be too challenging. But the grounded visualization card, this feels like it's saying that your fears aren't based on reality, that you need to ground yourself more to the present and what's really going on, rather than basing your choices off of fear. Alright, so that was a quick reading for pile number 1. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. And as usual, I have my Etsy down below for personal readings and my Instagram for other readings that I do separate from this channel. Alright, pile number 2. For those of you guys who chose the pendulum here. So we have Ace of Arrows, the Breath of Life, and King of Vessels, Heron. So overall, these look like pretty positive cards in the reading here. Although, looking at some of the affirmations here, these cards may be reminders for some of you, or reminders for some of you to tap into this energy. So, the Ace of Arrows, the Breath of Life. This is kind of about your passions, or what makes you passionate about something, or what actually drives you. Usually the king cards, I see these as some type of leader cards. Sometimes the Heron has a message about not being too strict, but in this case, it feels like it's kind of the reverse, because there's also this card here. I am brave enough to embrace my full potential, even when others don't understand. So because of this, at least for the context of this reading, it feels like this Heron here is stepping out of the water, and they're stepping out of their comfort zone. So that's what this reminds me of. And we have gratitude fuels my inspiration. So that can be said for anyone. The more gratitude you practice, the more things you'll receive. And it's not like you say, I'm grateful for this just so I can have it. You have to be genuinely grateful for the things that you have in order for more to be gifted to you, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like saying, or in the reverse, if you say, I don't like money, or I don't care for money, then how are you going to expect to make more money with that kind of mindset, as opposed to saying, I'm grateful for all the money I make, or I'm grateful for all the money I have. I did want to clarify this, or at least look for more information about the Heron card. For the most part, it feels like it's mostly about stepping out of your comfort zone, or just doing things on your path instead of listening to what everyone else says you should do. Yeah, so we have the World Tree in reversed, and this feels like it's saying that other people may not know what you're doing, you may not know what you're doing, but trust in yourself, trust in your own intuition, just trust in the process, because no one really knows what path will lead them to where, which path will lead them to where, so yeah, so overall reading for this is find what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about something, just follow it through. Don't listen to, I guess, advices or critiques from others that fear your choices. And for Connect with Crystals, this is about, well, it can be taken literally if you want. If you have a few crystals that you think that can help, then go ahead and do that. But this is more about being clear about what you want, regardless of what other people think, as long as you know what you want to do, as long as you know your path, and as long as you have the potential, and as long as you understand where you're going, then that should be enough for you. Don't worry about what others say or think you should do. Alright, so that was a quick reading for pile number 2. And as usual, I'm at Etsy down below for personal readings, and my Instagram for other readings that I do separate from this channel. Gonna move on to pile number 3. Alright, pile number 3. For those of you guys who chose the amethyst piece here, so starting off with the Seer card, or the High Priestess. This is usually about intuition or inner knowing, but for the context of this reading, it feels like this is more about new ideas or breakthroughs. Whether these new ideas were from you, maybe you had a new idea or a new plan, or maybe someone else did that you wanted to follow. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so different things may resonate or may not resonate. So, whether it was you who had some new idea or someone else who had some new idea, it feels like wherever this led didn't really lead you in a direction that you wanted to, or led you in a different direction. Whatever this was, whatever the idea was, or the breakthrough, the path was, it led you somewhere that you didn't expect. But regardless of if you're the one who had this idea or plan or breakthrough, or if it was someone else that kind of influenced you, we have, I forgive myself for being so hard on myself, for all that pressure. I am more than enough. So if you follow someone else's plans, this isn't necessarily saying that someone else deceived you or they manipulated you, but if that is the case, then this is still saying that don't blame yourself for it. But if you were the one who set on this different path or had this new idea and it didn't work out, this is still saying that it isn't the end of the world for you. Right, and then we have take a bath. So basically, relax, cleans out all that negative energy. Bathing is a good way to do that. I prefer showers when I'm cleansing, but basically you just imagine all the negativity just draining out. This is also saying to take time for yourself. Just relax. Don't try to think about this all the time, or actually, we're saying don't stress yourself about it. Alright, so that was pile number 2. Pile number 3. As usual, have my readings down below, on my Instagram, and my Etsy for personal readings. And that is the end of the reading.